You're a midlife woman and you are ready for fire. You know that you have done things, checked the boxes, taken care of people, maybe raised children, completed and created businesses. Yeah, drove right up the corporate ladder. You've done all the important things in your life that you wanted to do. And what sounded good at 20 and maybe even 30, I don't know, you're hitting 40, maybe 45, you're like, that is really not where I want to be. And you have an inner calling and an inner knowing that is so deep that it's time to make a change. And I love that kind of fire. Maybe you're a little tired of the bullshit going on around you, right? Maybe you're like, you know what? I feel like I'm outgrowing my work, maybe my friends. I'm not sure about my relationship. You're in a state of trying to recover and reconnect with who you are and where you really want to be in this moment. And despite the fact that sometimes that can feel scary and challenging, it can actually be a really beautiful period of time for change. So I'm gonna invite you in. If this sounds like something that you would like to hear more about, then I am so excited to share what I'm gonna talk about today, which is honoring the season and change of your life. So if you don't know me, my name is Jen. I'm the founder and owner of Laughing Lotus Wellness. I'm a transformational purpose coach and expert. And what I really do is work with brilliant midlife women who have done the things, checked the boxes, and gotten to this place in time and went, this isn't enough for me anymore. I am recognizing that I wake up in the daily and I am so inspired to go try to do something different in my life. I've raised my kids, perhaps I've launched my kids, maybe I did one business or two when I loved them and now I'm starting to feel kind of stale. I just know that there is something else that I'm being called to do. And I love working with women around getting that clarity. Where have you been? Where are you going? How are you going to get there? What is your purpose? What was your purpose where you started? What is your purpose now? Because guess what? That can shift and change. And so we want to just reconnect you with success and your purpose in alignment and really kind of uncover the places in midlife where you feel like you might be trying to kind of come away from. I want a reawakening. I want to revolutionize, right? It is my mission to revolutionize midlife for women. There's just a different way to be, and the only narrative does not have to be that it's a midlife crisis. So today we're going to talk about, this is the month of honor, and honor stands for, I have to read it because it's that lengthy, holding space for ourselves by noticing and creating our story with recognition and gratitude. So powerful. So last week we talked about the idea of your story, that we really want to learn how to honor your own story rather than looking at everyone else and having gratitude, which is something that women can do in spades. I want to flip the script and I want you to be honoring your own story. Today we talk about the seasons of change and shifting in our lives that are happening as we move through it. So one of the things I said is you want to define where you're at in this present moment. So the first thing I would really want you to do, sort of 3 steps. 1, define where you are right now. Is this enough? Is it enough? I once had one of my very favorite mentors who taught me psychotherapy say that this was one of the famous questions he sees midlife people ask themselves. So I just know from his wisdom and then all of my experience that this is a really pivotal place in our lives where we can actually revolutionize and reconfigure how we show up to midlife. So I want to know, is it enough? Are you happy? What spaces and places in your life might you want to create some change? And I wouldn't say Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So we want to just kind of take a look, have awareness around it. We don't want to judge it. We don't want to jump the gun. We just want to make sure we're taking a look at really understanding what's showing up for us. Then we kind of want to make peace with this season. So even though midlife can be full of things like empty nesting and big career changes and purposeful changes that we're not exactly sure about, perhaps we're shifting friendship groups, perhaps we're doing all kinds of rediscovering our spirituality, our religious beliefs. I could sit and list all day. We've got aging parents. So all of us have these things kind of flowing in, correct? Still raising kids, perhaps, all sorts of things that we're still really actively doing. And that can have pieces of struggle and challenge come in. So one of the things we can do though is make friends with the season of our lives. And that can be tough because, like I said, if it's challenging, it's like, why would I want to be friends with this? Because when we grip and hold, we actually create more suffering. So if I wake up every day and I'm like, I hate midlife and this sucks and this is such a shit sandwich and there's nothing good, that's going to be your experience. You are going to have a midlife crisis because you're viewing it from that lens. We get to say, okay, there's some hard pieces here, and there are really beautiful small pieces that are coming through as well. I want to share a quick story. So my dad is has a handful of health issues going on. He's in hospice, and I want to share this story because this is really a beautiful takeaway. So I was visiting him, and he was having his meal. He was having his meal, and this milk carton was sitting there, right? And the milk, it looks like a milk carton, but it's actually a strawberry shake. And my dad loves sweets. Like my dad's one thing, sweet tooth, hardcore, right? Hard stuff, loves sweets. And he didn't realize it wasn't milk because it looked like a milk carton. So we're visiting him. And so he's sitting there and he's going through his food he's having, and I'm like, oh, Dad, I'm like, this is a strawberry shake. You love these. You want to try? He's like, oh, it is? I thought it was milk. And I said, yeah, because it looks like a milk carton. So I shake it up for him, open it up, give it to him. He's like, oh, this is really good. I love this. I'm like, I know, right? It is Alzheimer's. 10 seconds later, I go, did you want some more of this? And I'm pointing to the shake, and he goes, oh, I don't like milk. And I go, Dad, this is actually a strawberry shake. He's like, are you serious? I go, yes. He goes, oh my God, I love this. I'm like, I know. Do you feel me? So here's the thing, right? Even though I'm sad that he can't remember from 10 seconds ago, he was having a moment of joy kind of over and over and over again, right? Okay, this is chiclet talk. And I just know someone went, what the F is chiclet talk? Here's what we're talking about. I want to introduce the idea of chiclet gum. Everybody knows the hell I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those little itsy bitsy cubes. They're colorful. They're cute. And when you were a kid, you were like, chiclets are so cool. And they came in a little packet and you were super stoked because like they were pretty. But really the truth is that it's little itsy bitsy pieces of freaking gum, right? It's little itsy bitsy pieces. You gotta like take a whole like mouthful of these things to actually have like one stick of gum. I want you to adopt the idea of chiclet joy. Chiclet joy is in that minute, I could have wept for the fact that his cognitive functioning was so declined. That could have been my take. But my take was, he's actually enjoying this over and over again because he doesn't remember. And I can just share that with him. Each moment he gets to enjoy it again, I can enjoy it with him. That's chiclet joy. Why is that important? Because sometimes in the thick, and I'm in the weeds, I got a lot of things going on personally. I got a parent that's AJ, I got all kinds of stuff going on, okay? It's hard. It's real hard. And I want to make sure that when I can nab those little pieces of chiclet gum and pop them in my mouth, and they're little itsy bitsy nuggets of sweetness. Sometimes that's what we're going to have to work with. But think about this. I take that little piece, that little sweetness, and then I recognize that my dad called me at the age of 48 for the first time in my entire life to make sure I got home safely driving home from Madison, Wisconsin. Has never in my entire life called me. He's not a jerk. He's just the dad. Never called me to say, did you get home safely? In his Alzheimer's is now hardcore parenting. I'm not kidding. The most loving, sweet, I just wanted to make sure you got home okay, sweetheart, chiclet. Because tomorrow, I'm going to cry because we put him in hospice and he's scared and he's nervous and he doesn't understand where the hell he is. Because tomorrow is going to feel like a shit sandwich and my weeds are going to be up to here. But I'm going to store the little chiclets because when I need something, as I add my little nuggets of joy, that little nugget of sweetness, eventually I have a piece of gum, right? Okay. So I just took something completely playful and dumb and I made you think differently about it. And this is what I want you to think about. How can I bring little itsy bitsy nuggets of sweetness and joy into my life, even in this season, even in a time where it can feel like a shit sandwich and I've got stuff stacked up to here and I feel covered in stress and strain and grief and loss? Can I find the little moments of sweetness, my friends? And you can. And so add them up one at a time. If you need to, write them down and come back to them so you have them handy. I tell stories about them like this to keep mine alive for myself. So maybe it's sharing it with a friend. Maybe it's sending a voice memo or telling the story over brunch. Whatever it is, sharing those little pieces of beauty and sweetness is so powerful. So I want to just drop that for you. So chiclet sweetness. There you go. You'll never hear that again anywhere else, and you're welcome. Okay, last one. Honoring the changes. Losses, hormones, menopause, I could sit and list. There's so many things that are going on. And a really powerful thing that we can do is just honor it and go, you know what? This is what it is. This is the station I'm at. So it's about making peace with it in one way, right? There's making peace with the season. And then there's actually honoring the changes because our bodies are changing. We're having all sorts of things kind of go on for us. And I want us to kind of turn that experience into where we actually look for how we're resilient, where we're strong, where we're powerful. I want you to really think about that piece of it versus just hard line, hard stop. This sucks. Menopause is bad. Hormones are bad. True story, they're tough. We're not going to lie about that. And I'm not going to blow hot air up your ass because I would be a liar. I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say is, can I honor this? Can I just go, okay, I'm going to change the narrative. Instead of it just being shit, it's about mindset. I get to decide how I want to be in this moment with this. Can I instead look at how strong, powerful, and resilient I am? The places and spaces in my life where I've been able to pull that forward is so powerful. Okay, so 3 things. Define where you are, make peace with the season, honor the changes that you're going through, create a different narrative with that. That is where the power lies, my friends. So I want to leave you those 3 nuggets. Now, listen, if this was helpful to you and you would like to grow and learn more, I really want to invite you to come and hang out with me. Let's hop on a call. Let's sit down and have a conversation. If any of these things are resonating for you, you're like, I could use more of this, Jen, and I would like to have my story told to someone that I can honor this journey in a different way, with a different narrative, because I know I deserve better. I would love to hop on a call with you. We will pop in, we will take 45 minutes and we will do a Rise for Purpose call, and we will get clear about where you are. How's it going? What would you like out of your life that's going to be different than where you're sitting right now? I guarantee you're going to take something out of that time with me, even if it doesn't work, that we end up working together. You're going to take something away. So I invite you to do that. Feel free to reach out to me. You can direct message me anytime, and I will send you the link to get scheduled with me. Just like that. Super, super easy, 0 obligation. I don't roll that way. Ask any of my people, they will laugh. I tell them all the time, I don't hard sell shit. If it ain't a hell yes, it's a no. I respect that, okay? So I just want you to know I'm not gonna hard sell you anything. I just wanna talk to you, and really what I do is you're also doing me a favor, because I take information from every interaction that I have with my midlife people, and I combine that into all my content. So either things that I'm doing for lives, my vlogs, the things I teach in my membership, it's all over the place. You sprinkle that in and you give it to me when you come in and share a session like that with me. So I'm always grateful as well. I honor your time and story. So I would love to have you come in and share some time with me. So until next time, my friends, sending you blessings, love, and light, supporting you on the rise and your path to purpose, even in midlife, living your freaking best life. So let's get on a call and let's figure out how we can get you moving in the direction that you want to go. Take care, everybody.